Right. This one is for lovers of dashing spies, Senior. What is it?
It's The Spy and the Devil by Tim Willasey-Wilsey. And it is the story of a spy who got right up close and personal to Hitler's inner circle in the immediate pre-war days.
Okay.
And it's never been told in a book before.
True story. Non-fiction.
True story.
Wonderful.
Non-fiction, brilliantly written. The author is a former Foreign Office employee, and he's very good on, kind of diplomacy and where this all fits in and everything. So the spy in question is Bill DeRopp. He is working for MI6, and he goes out to Germany, and he's very charming. He's very debonair, and he sort of puts it about the place that he's interested in, kind of making connections and making friends, whatever. And effectively, he ends up as a really good friend of Alfred Rosenberg, who you will know.
Indeed, yeah.
So
the ideological force behind Nazism,
right?
Yes,
and one of Hitler's
inner circle,
really inner circle, and he is super close to Bill DeRopp. And unbeknownst to Alfred Rosenberg, everything that Bill is sort of able to see up close and personal is being filtered back to MI6 and thus to the British government.
Wow.
And it's not really a very well-known story.
No, not at all.
No, it's beautifully written. So what I believe happened. So it is referred to in the authorized history of MI6, and this is a story that suffers, like all these stories suffer, from the lack of archival openness from the British intelligence services. Can we just reiterate for the millionth time how annoying that is? But it appeared in the authorized history of MI6, Keith Jeffrey's book.
Yeah.
And then Tim Willasey-Wilsey, who was interested in the story, tracked down Bill DeRopp's grandson and went to go and visit him. And there was like a treasure trove of diaries, letters, pictures. I mean, you and I can imagine what that felt like. Absolute rolling in this stuff like a sort of, dog in fox shit. You'd be so happy, wouldn't you? Like, whoa.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So Tim, who worked for the Foreign Office, is a much less giddy person than me. So I suspect he didn't go, but I'm sure he felt like that inside.
Yeah.
And as a result, he got all this fantastic material really up close and personal for Bill DeRopp, who's really up close and personal to Alfred Rosenberg, who's really up close and personal to the shady man with the tash himself.
Yes.
So
it makes it all the more remarkable that the outside world, or MI6 and by extension the British government, didn't sort of see through it all. Or is this quite late in the day?
Well, no. I mean, this is throughout the 30s. But they did see, didn't they? They knew what was going on. I mean, I think the one flaw with the book, potentially, is that what difference does it make, right?
Yeah.
And this is always the issue with intelligence.
Exactly.
It's like, does it make a difference? And does it make a difference? In one sense, no, because the forces acting upon the Allies in the late 30s, there wasn't very much money. There was no appetite amongst the public or the politicians for another war. Even if there was war with Germany the right war when you've got Stalin
exactly.
So for 100 different reasons, you can give them all the information in the world about Adolf Hitler being, a
bad man,
a bad guy, and
makes no difference.
Makes no difference to what policy they enact.
Yeah.
However, information
that also doesn't stop it being an amazing story in itself, does it?
No, and also all information is good information, right? So, the worst thing is making decisions in a vacuum, right? Because apart from anything else, if you're in politics and you're making decisions in a vacuum, you're making bad decisions, right? Because sometimes you're making decisions out of fear and ignorance, and you might make those decisions anyway if you have the knowledge. But like, how much better to know what you're dealing with than not know what you're dealing with, right? So. So this was always going to be critically useful information for the British government.
Brilliant story in itself.
Brilliant story, brilliantly
well told.
Yeah.
And has that, as I said, catnip of novelty. We didn't know about this 5 minutes ago. So that's
I mean, this is, you are a top Nazi historian, and You're all over this.
Yeah,
Periods. You're all over these people,
yeah,
and Bill DeRopp.
yeah. Hasn't crossed my desk.
Anyway,
So
it's a great
there
book.
we are.
So, The Spy and the Devil, Tim Willasey-Wilsey.
For lovers of dashing spies.